What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we've got something a little bit different. The first game video on the channel today, we'll be doing an F1 2019 last to first challenge at the Japanese short circuit. The driver I pick is gonna be Max Verstappen. Now if you do enjoy this video, a fat plug at the beginning, but do go drop us a sub and leave a like if you want to see more of these in the future. I really enjoyed making it, so I'd love to do a part 2. But before we get into that, we can take a quick look around the Suzuka circuit and a quick look at our driver lineup, how everyone's sitting. As you can see, Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas is the two Mercs sitting up top before the two Ferraris of Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel in 3rd and 4th, 5th. Carlos Sainz with a very strong qualifying. We have Magnussen and Gasly both performing well, and both Haas's in fact getting into Q2, a strong performance there. A little bit disappointing for lots of Perez and Norris being so far down the grid. Kimi as well sitting in 15th place, and then finally we've got the two Williams and ourselves, Max Verstappen, lining out the back of the grid. But here we go then, off into the red lights. Here we go, 4 red lights and 5 red lights. And the lights are out and away we go with this short Japanese Grand Prix, 53 laps working from the back. Let's see what we can do. We slip it up to the outside. We're going to try and go here. Get past Kvyat all the way. Can we get Giovinazzi as well? We try and slip the full way, but I think it's just going to be the 3 cars that we can get the 2 Williams and the Kvyat actually on hard. We get bumped a little bit onto the grass, a little bit there against Giovinazzi, but we make the move stick. And we're up into P16. A very good start. We have to be quick as we get around the circuit, because getting these first couple laps out of the way, the front drivers are going to have a chance to escape from us, and that's what we really can't afford, even if we have 53 laps to do this in. But Kimi is the next driver we're looking at. We'll see if we can make a move on him as quickly as possible. So we continue down the straight as we head onto the second lap of the Grand Prix, trying to take a look at Raikkonen. You see everyone really using the slipstream, because it's very difficult to get a move off in these car positions. We try and switch to the inside to try and get a look around Raikkonen, but we have no luck. And Giovinazzi, in fact, pushing us a little bit from behind. You can actually look at our fuel. We've gone for a very heavy load, making overtakes even harder. In a Red Bull that isn't the fastest in a straight line when it comes to the grid, really wobbling with the steering here, in fact, as we just keep that one on track and manage to hold our position. Going off track would put us in huge amounts of trouble to try and get back in this Grand Prix, even if it would just about possibly be doable, as Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. We're shaping up Kimi here. Can we pull the move off? I don't believe we do, as DRS is going to be enabled. You can see they're all lining up for that similar move, but it's not until the next lap when we finally start to take a peek and have a go at Raikkonen. But it's in fact not that. Is Stroll flings way wide. Must have locked up very badly there. We try and take advantage of the situation, really get boxed in, as you can see here, trying to find a gap, but they're too wide. There's no room, as neither of them are really blocking the off too much as I would have hoped. We try and take a final peek up the inside of Stroll, but almost lose it completely on the curb there. Being lucky and fortunate again to hold position this time. Stroll's lost a bit of time with Raikkonen. We have the chance. He locks up a second time, and this time we can make it stick, and we're up into the top 15 with that. And we're soon on Kimi's heels. Because the way this track is quite a short track, everyone really bunches together quite a lot, especially in these first 10 or so laps, and we're really trying to force it around the inside of Kimi here, not taking any prisoners. We're going to go side by side, but in fact, Kimi's got better pace in that Alfa Romeo, meaning we actually fall back behind of the, I was about to say, the Finn. Once again, can we pull the move back that we've done so many times? But no, that's not the point of interest. Valtteri Bottas is in the wall. You see the move here. He's tried to go on Sebastian Vettel, I believe that is, and he's got it all wrong. He's in the sand. He is going to get out of that, but that's just not the position that he'll want to be in. At all back on track though with us as Kimi makes a move on Ricciardo. Kimi makes a move, and it's the same impact. Ricciardo looks up, and Kimi is now going to be at the back along with Valtteri Bottas. We watch this one back again. Apologies about getting rid of the impact stuff, but you can see he just turns in too tightly. He's off the track as well, and that's 2 good drivers out of the Grand Prix already, or in difficult situations. I can confirm neither of them are out as we force it around the inside of Daniel Ricciardo here, and we are up into P12 with that move, getting off to a very, very strong start, just 9 laps deep. Not really a move to interest us, but as we're trying to get up the outside here of Nico Hulkenberg with the DRS, Daniel Kvyat becomes the 3rd casualty as he too is sent into the sand. But that bunch in front there, there's more and more drivers to keep making moves. We actually almost go into the barrier a 3rd time ourselves, but not a lot of action. We do manage to get past Nico, but here you can see we're really stuck in the mass, so we actually snack on the back of Norris's car. We do get a position a little bit dirtily, but you have to push as hard as you can. The one benefit of all this is that at least we're able to catch up to them quickly. The negative is that the fact they're fighting is just allowing now his front pack to gain further and further and further ahead as we find a gap up the inside of Sergio Perez here, up into P8 now. We're really starting to push along. Just got the 2 Haas's now to really focus on for our next moves, but then there's going to be no easy feat. And Perez isn't done fighting yet either. He's getting a slipstream. He's going to try and make a move on us on this first turn. It's dangerous. He's flied all the way around the outside, but he's going a bit too deep. We're able to get the position back. He looks again on the cutback for a second occasion, but we have track position, and we are now comfortable up into that P8 position now. And now it should now finally be a hunt onto these horses. Now these two, they're the Chuckle Brothers. You don't know what Mac, K-Mac and Grosjean are going to do, but you know it could be a little bit crazy. So when you're going past these two, you want to prepare with a little bit of caution heading into it, and that's exactly what we're doing. Give them a little bit more distance than you would the average car. But now, as we look into the straight, we get right up into K-Map's bumper, trying to get as much time as we can. We're going to stick it to the outside around him. Not actually going to gain a slipstream if we do that, but now we have it. And Magnussen as well, getting on Grosjean, who's the front of this front six-pack. He has no DRS. He's going to lose the position of Magnussen, but we're going to take a peek as well. We get cut off, but then he looks up, and we will get it, and it's a 2-position loss in 1 turn for Romain Grosjean there. And now it's just K-Man to overtake. Can we pull this move off? And after 15 laps, be free to chase those front 5 of Sainz, the 2 Red Bulls, and not the 2 Red Bulls, the 2 Ferraris, and the 2 Mercs. We do make the move stick. We're up into P6 with that, and it's a very, very sweet move indeed. One of the best of the race. As we watch back on the replay here, we see a gap. K-Man, he just opens a tiny bit of the door, but it is enough to leave us an option. We slip it up the inside, and there we are. It's P6. But we can't stay concentrated for long, as we're headed in for our first of 2 pit stops to add to the challenge. I'm doing a 2-stop, whereas most drivers are doing a 1. So this is going to be a real stretch. A quick stint on these mediums, whereas other drivers are being forced onto the hard tyres. So I suppose in some respects, it is an advantage. We can see here a number of drivers who we've had taken time and time to overtake. There you go, Stroll, Kvyat. Not so much, he went flying off the track, Raikkonen as well. But a number of these drivers that had incidents, we're now coming up near them. And the Toro Rosso is having an awful race, actually, 18th and 15th. As we look at their track position, we just get out ahead of Pierre Gasly, which is pretty handy, because every overtake that we don't have to do is going to gain us huge amounts of time on this circuit, where there's the main straight is the main overtaking position, so that's handy. Skip forward now to lap 19, and we're right on the back of Kimi Raikkonen, the former world champion. We're up his inside as we head into turn 1, and it's a pretty smooth move in the end, as we're able to take him quite comfortably into that first turn. Kvyat's the next one to chase, and I've got to admit, through these corners and through few laps, even though we're on the mediums, whereas many are on the softs, we had absolutely glorious pace. I can see, especially on these back corners, we're able to pick them up very easily. Look at the gap, we're just extending, we're just going in a straight line, albeit we did have DRS out a little bit. We're quickly on the back of the Lance Stroll as well. This battle was actually tougher than I thought to overtake. We weren't quite close enough to close the gap with DRS on this occasion. We could have made a move here, but considering the amount of drivers that have had incidents, we're hoping maybe Stroll can lock up again. 3rd time's a charm, and he doesn't do it on this occasion, so we're going to have to force it the long way around, following him through the S-bends here on lap 21. We've got to be cautious, because we're already halfway through this Grand Prix, but he leaves a gap as he takes a tight turn. We're going to head it all the way around the outside. The door is open, and there we are up into P14 with an absolutely lovely move on the Canadian right there. And watching it back on the replay, it's just as nice. You can see the gap is created, and then we go side by side. You see it through the pan camera, and we're up into P14. Fast forward a few laps then, and here we are on lap 25, and we're kind of back with this middle tier pack with the Hatters, Giovinazzi, Norris, Perez, that kind of people, and it's a real pain in the arse because of how this has happened. Our pit stop hasn't really gone to plan, and we're stuck behind all these guys with track position, which is creating a real issue. You do see this nice move though on Giovinazzi, which takes it up to, I believe, 12th place, although with all the pit stops, it's a little bit more complex. Lando Norris was trying to make moves in this here as he actually gets back passes after he overtook him a couple of laps prior. The news that Alex Albon is in the pit is very important indeed. We try and get it up the inside here of Lando Norris, but again, he's defending more aggressively after our first move. Not that I can blame him with that position, to be honest. And there we go, you can see this is an important one. A lot of drivers in the pits right now, and it's just so frustrating that we just can't get the track space to let this car loose at this stage. And it gets worse as Sebastian Vettel comes out just in front of us. One of the guys was trying to beat on fresh tyres, and we need to be heading in out of these soon in about 3 or 4 laps time, because otherwise we won't have enough time to get our impact or full impact out of these soft tyres for this second stint that we're really hoping can catch the time up for us. Sergio Perez here though, we can make a move for him after that nice switch on Lando Norris. Perez is pretty much at our mercy at this stage, even on what we battered soft tyres with there. We can stick the move around the outside with fair ease, to be honest, and there we are up into P6 for that, the opportunity to chase the big 5, but the question is, have we lost too much time already? Lap 32 then, and we are headed into the pits in 5th place for our second stop. And those drivers that are trying to keep an eye out for Sebastian Vettel, and the top of those other ones may have just got a little too far ahead, but hopefully if we can hold at least a semi-decent track position, one that is impressive. Sergio Perez is now rocking on softs that have been going for 33 laps, which is an absolute mental show. You can see a couple of drivers passing us here, although a number of them are already laps. That gives us at least a little bit of position. K-Mag is past us once again. You can see in the back of your screen in the minimap, Roman Grosjean closing in. This is going to be tight, but we just get out ahead of him as we come into turn 1 here. So as we end our pit stop, we're sitting in P8 with a lot of time to catch up. We want to get at least a few of these positions. We don't even want to be finishing 8th, and a position Red Bull really couldn't be happy with, or at least want to be challenging to get the best of the rest other than Mercs and Ferraris. But we'll see what we can do from here. It's a tough chase. Sainz is about half a lap ahead of us in that 5th position right now, and Perez obviously still got to come in because he's already setting purple sectors as we come in straight for the first lap with absolute fire. And there, after 33 laps of dragging around, Sergio Perez finally heads into pits, and we can see our final track position as it currently stands, unless we can do anything about that. We're sitting in P7. That's all the stops done, as you can see, although a couple of drivers on hards may just help us out a little bit as you look through the driver grid order as it currently stands as we head into turn 1. It's lap 34. On this lap, we actually go and set the fastest lap so far of the Grand Prix with a 30-second 1.1, which is a pretty damn good lap comparison. I think Lewis was doing 37.2s-ish, and then we're quickly on the back of K-Mag. We've been lapping a whole lot faster than this. Should be a pretty comfortable move, but we need to get it done quickly. As you can see, Sainz still has a good 10 to 15 seconds on us, but we're sticking around the Dane, and this should be the position nice and easily taken as we are into the top 6. No sign, in fact, I've just realised that I believe it must be Valtteri Bottas, who still hasn't recovered from his earlier issue. We're on to lap 40 now. We've got 13 laps to chase down Carlos Sainz. And with 4 laps to go in the Grand Prix, we finally catch up to Carlos Sainz. We set yet another fastest lap. We stick it to his outside, and we are up into P5. But from here, it's going to be a real stretch. 3 laps to count, 4 laps sorry, to catch 19 seconds. It's just not going to happen. Sainz actually has a peek up the inside once more as we almost crash out to Ricciardo there, which would have been a huge nightmare after, to be fair, what has been a pretty damn good performance from the lads. We've beat Valtteri Bottas, we've beat the rest of the field, but those front few, which is a little bit too far ahead. As Lewis Hamilton takes the check back, we were in fact lapped, which is a little bit disappointing here. But you can see Lewis takes it, Leclerc in second, and in fact our teammate, which is nice to see, Alex Albon, sitting in that 3rd position. Now, if you have enjoyed the video, please do go subscribe, as I said earlier. Other than that, I hope you guys do leave a like as well. Go sub, and let's take a look at the final standings before we round off this video completely. Lewis is happy with yet another victory at the Japanese Grand Prix. I have no idea what his record is here, but I expect he's won at least 1 or 2 titles here. But you can see, first for Hamilton, second for Leclerc, we take 5th place. A pretty good showing from Daniel Kvyat. Also, Roman Grosjean in Haas takes the final point. A lot of the cars lapped, including ourselves. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.